There's Sue. Sue.
Glad I'm trying to get us together here. I didn't know she didn't realize. I asked her about this week. I've been confirming with everybody.
We read today while eating. So whoever came at 10 has to do lunch.
All right.
These are my books.
Okay. Well, I'll come to you. I don't know.
Oh, and here, thank you. I thought it was good. It was nice. We're all right.
Okay, guys, we're gonna round it
I'll
up.
tell you, if anybody's bored on rainy days, it's a great puzzle. Oh, because you actually can do it, you know, so I put that together.
Want to see the one from Harry?
Yeah, I looked at all of them.
Oh, okay.
So.
That was good. But I have my son here, and then there's a couple of
You know, we'll have you tell during the financial, and then everybody can hear, so you only have to do it once.
Yeah.
So. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. We have 5 of our board members here. Thank you for all getting here. We have a forum, so.
We
Okay,
should,
go ahead.
even though Sarah knows, you should say who's not.
Okay, so you know who's not here, Elizabeth and Jane and Dina
And
and
Sarah.
Terry, yes, are not here today. Okay, so we're going to talk about the book sale first, since we have our illustrious guest here today. So we're gonna go ahead with that, if that's okay. Go ahead, Sue.
Well, hopefully I've contacted everyone I'm supposed to for advertising. But I think the things we need to do is disperse some flyers around. If anybody wants to take a couple, if you can figure places to put them, you know, like.
I put one in the post office, but I have to,
Yeah.
other than, you know.
You know, like anywhere you go, in Kingsbury or Red Falls, or where they have bulletin boards, you know.
We have 2 for everybody, maybe everybody can take 2 home with them, and then we'll keep,
If we don't, I say, then I can print more.
Right.
And
and,
the other thing that's really helpful is, maybe in about 2 weeks, we'll all post on Facebook or wherever you do social media, you know, and encourage your friends to share. It's not huge.
And it has, Sarah has had it in her schedule for the library's Facebook.
Yeah.
And when I remember to check Facebook with my phone, then I can share.
Yeah. Share, that's true. It's only encouraging friends to share, no big deal. And we can put out an email, right?
Yep.
To all you guys. When the time comes. We definitely need more volunteers, so. Push that on people, you know.
and we sent out a reminder for people to sign up, but a week or 2 before, we'll specifically send it for that event and really stress the times that we need and you know, please come help with our event. You know what I mean? A lot of people, I think, sort of wait to make sure their brother isn't coming in for the weekend or something like that. But as it gets closer, hopefully we'll get more commitments. And if not, we're gonna have to start like grabbing people as they come in the library, right? So. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I agree with that.
I don't think that's, I think we should.
But I mean, do you think people wait, like, to sign up or?
I don't know. I would send out the email sooner.
Well, we did just send out.
Yes, we just sent one out to the group for signing up.
But that's just the group of the people that came to your meeting.
Well, it's everybody that's on the friends list. So that's a wider group. If we had an email, anybody that we had an email from having signed up at any time over the past year.
So we just need a general, like.
Because my email list is a couple of hundred names.
Yeah.
And they might not all be here, but I'm more than happy to send the same email.
Yes, I would say that would be a good idea, is to also send it to that email list, because they have not all reached out to be you know, one of the friend members.
And then, did you send out emails specifically to people on your volunteer list asking them? Cause you have like a list of volunteers and their emails.
Yeah, I mean, most of them had already signed.
Okay, so
signed
that's
up. That's
enough.
kind of where we're responding from. Anybody you talk to, just ask.
Right, right, and they, if they had signed up and we, from the past year, we put them on that friends list. So they, unless
Yeah.
their email is, incorrect, we didn't have emails for everybody, some people we only have phone numbers for,
Yeah.
so.
And then really, like, I'll be there most of the time with, and so she'll be there with Mary, will be, so I mean,
Mhm.
you really don't need, we need people, obviously, and we need the setup, we need setup people, more setup people. But we'll be here so much too.
Have you guys reached a cutoff point?
I think we just kind of roll play it by ear,
Okay.
just.
I think the cutoff times before was because it was becoming too much for the volunteer, more
It was
than
full.
not enough, or was it because it was full?
You can just take any more books.
Right.
It was pretty full up in the attic, but, people are gonna dump them on you anyway.
I
And it
know.
was easy, we just left them on boxes and when they came in on the porch, and you just filled them in, you had people that just started just putting them
Yeah.
in.
People see the tent and think, oh,
Right.
I think
yeah,
they get
that with their
yeah.
books, yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of, this is almost like an advertisement, oh yeah, let's clean out
Right,
part of the
right.
office.
Right.
Well, that is no big deal. I mean, you can tell people no, and then some people still bring them.
Right, right.
But then a lot of people would say, I'm sorry, no, then they're gonna wait, and they can bring them in September.
when you get to that point, I'm more than happy to do it, but I
Yeah.
hate to do it. I mean, I just hate to say no to something, because usually they have them in their car.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Michelle would always say to me, don't say no then.
I mean, we just figured out how to get them in there and again.
Yeah.
I mean, we had people delivering in the morning of the book sale,
Yeah.
and they'd stay down there, we just cleaned them, put them in
Yeah.
boxes.
Yeah.
Can I ask if we've gotten a used cash box to you? We still have, because I usually sit Thursday night and do the cash,
Yeah.
and that one we have like has 3 sections, and there's so much cash on Thursday night, it's hard to keep. That's our big.
You need a cash drawer.
Yeah, something with section, well, you need a lid too. If we could, I've seen them, actually, where was that at?
Like Staples maybe, or where?
Yeah, probably.
I can-
Walmart.
I could just order one for you.
Yeah, that you have one for each denomination, yeah.
Just get it,
I
like
think
a
of
couch.
it, Does somebody have, I don't think he's got a picture for a restaurant, because most of the restaurants have lift out cash drawers that have covers over the top of them. You just want to borrow that from somebody, because that's really what you want.
I can ask Stuart. I'll have Stuart.
Yeah,
Julie,
do they just have one that they don't use because, and again, it would be like, the 1, 5, 10, 20.
Yeah.
But then you've got other things that you want to be able to lift, like the bigger money goes underneath.
Yeah, you
So-
do want something with something.
Yeah, they're thinking, I mean, if you get the book dealers, they're paying like 100 something, so like they're slipping you 50s lots of times and stuff, so you want something secure.
Right, so Megan, you're gonna look into that, you
Okay.
said no, but yes, that's somebody who has that, okay, great.
I'll see.
And we're hoping we get a lot of teachers Thursday night, so let me just say they're a teacher. And I think I sent to about 6 schools. It was funny, the Indian Lake School, where one of my student teachers, she said they don't have a faculty room, so she sent that to every teacher. They
Oh,
school. So hopefully they'll make the trip.
People are loving that idea too.
Yeah.
'Cause I've mentioned it to a few people.
And I'm gonna try to have a list of, they can look through what books are available. for Kids, for like 6, 7, 8, we can see
All the
that.
Newberry books.
We have about 25 Newberry books, so it'd be nice, maybe if we could price the box, get a box of Newberry books. See what happens.
So what else do you need from us?
You've gotten some old, you're busy with books. She's busy with putting books in and
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I got some, I think I found a couple in 1800s.
Yeah.
but you've already.
Some of them are valuable. It's just gotta be willing to do what suits you.
Because what have you read? You've read some.
Can I say, yeah?
Yes.
Michelle shook her head. Michelle shook her head.
No, okay.
Yeah, right, too much.
Donations.
Yeah, well, that's good, and we did have somebody that reached out that's doing a wedding with a theme, that they want old books.
Yes.
So I don't know if she got a heart.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
But
she could borrow. And
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to, you know, just unload them, I'm sure she would make a nice donation for that,
Right.
for that box. So,
Yeah.
if I see her again, I'll mention.
No taxes.
Gonna make her pinky swear.
Maybe a fence, right? No, because they'll probably want to get rid of the mask. After the wedding, but, okay. Yes.
That's a good idea.
Where they put a number on the table and whoever has that number gets
Gets
all of them.
Okay, you take the box.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, unless anyone else has anything.
Anybody else have any questions or anything? Okay, thank you for.
Thank you for
Sue.
coming.
Thank you for your
I
work.
just had one, instead of that, it's the kids that need community service through the county. Who would know?
That's tough.
Okay.
That's tough.
They have helped in the past.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I tried, I couldn't get anybody to call me back.
Okay.
So it was hard. They were helpful when we broke down. The
Mhm.
kids would have fresh legs and they should have that stuff upstairs. And I think you could use help if whatever needs to go back upstairs, but hopefully you won't have that. If I don't know if the bulk warehouse is gonna come, you're gonna leave everything on the tables for them to come pick them up. Yeah.
Sean Jordan, you want on your list. He's Sarah's son. He's
Oh,
6'5".
We met him last year.
Yeah. Is he at school?
No, he grew again, he's 6.
So he and it was Sully
Yes.
Eager.
Yeah.
I'll definitely
Sue's
contact Erica. Yeah, and my son, yeah. Yeah, Sean
So-
said he can help if he's not working. Yeah. Okay, great.
Then Sarah's husband Tom loves to help too.
Yeah.
Did he really? Did he get hurt? Tom?
Thanks.
Oh, thank
It's probably something weird, isn't it?
Okay, so now we're official, everybody, going into the meeting, and so.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're gonna start with the minutes from last month. Hopefully everybody had a chance to read them, and thank you again, Elizabeth, for finishing while Sarah was out. Did anybody have any corrections, additions, or anything to those?
Motion to accept the minutes.
So Dusty makes a motion and seconded by Will. Those who approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so moved. We'll move on to the to the treasurer's report.
And everybody is receiving the treasure.
Yes.
So you had a chance to review it. I don't know if I didn't hear of any questions. Basically, this year seems very slow relative to last year because we had all our construction projects going on. So it's, we're not spending up the money that we were spending before. And that's grant money. But we did get the $5,000 from Sal's, which is great. And I don't know if Carla, I don't know what Carla is with the Tilly's grounds about spending that money for the generator covers and the tank covers. She's working on that. She's Carla's working on it. The other thing was on the plant sale, was really Carla's a one-person wrecking crew with that. We over budget, we did a great job. Just kind of filling in some of the blanks as far as money is concerned. So that was good. The expenses was just that the author and the gentleman who cut down the new carpet. Those were the only changes to our normal contractual.
Okay, we'll move on then to the director's report.
No big changes. A lot less new books came in, but if you notice, there was, how many DVDs? 67 DVDs were added, 57 of them were donations. Someone just gave 3 bags of DVDs and I did go through them. One time when Sarah and I were going back and forth as to whether or not we should put them on the shelf, she said, Megan, as long as we have room, why not? If they go out, they go out. So 57, I forgot how many steps there were to do, making them shelf ready. 5 new patrons. Everything else is pretty much the same. Our book club is finished for the summer. I think that's it.
Are they picking out books for next year or?
We are, every other year, I've actually chosen the books,
Okay.
because nobody really contributed. This year I asked that they all do it. So I only picked 5.
Mhm.
Tammy picked a few, Mary has given me a few. I'm waiting to hear from the rest of them. I just felt that the only thing I said to them was we have to make sure the books are available through sales. So not to pick something brand new. This way it gives a different person's take.
Good, and the after-school program is done for the
They
day.
are finished for the year. Well, they're finished for the season.
Pretty good, yes. I just- Okay, great. Great, then, if I could have a motion to accept the director's report,
Make a motion, Mary.
Mary. Will second, we have second hand man.
I open your second.
Okay, those in favor say aye. Aye. So moved. Okay, we're gonna move down to the committee reports. There's no executive, but then we're gonna move to the financial committee. And should I give that report? I guess we had a financial meeting last week, Terry, Will, myself, and Michelle, to start coming up with a plan to transferring Michelle's responsibilities over to the committee. And so we've taken some steps, for these guys to start learning. And we're also going to put an ad out for a bookkeeper, if anybody knows of a bookkeeper. So we're gonna ask Sarah to make up some kind of flyer to go out to our Facebook and our social media to ask for one. I'm just gonna talk to Michelle a little bit about what specifics we'd like to stick on that ad. If there's anything additional other than just saying we need a bookkeeper. So, yeah. Well, I don't, how would you?
I would say it's part-time
Part-time,
because it
just-
changes. depending on
Mhm.
what you get somebody that responds and we can talk about what the schedule would be, because they have to understand certain workflow. But, a couple of hours, and it depends on how much involvement we want for them to have in the financial reports for
And then we would also have to have them who they should contact, if they should just contact me, and then if they had any questions, then, so we're gonna work on that. I think, was that, we did also talk about cyber insurance, so I'm gonna give Will the floor here for a couple seconds in response to the 2 quotes that we received.
Okay, so the 2 quotes they're about 200 apart. One comes in at 1,800 roughly, the other comes in at about 1,600. The deductible on the 18 is 5,000 versus 1,000 on the 16. The coverages are slightly less on the 16 though, particularly in the replacement of hardware. However, computer hardware, which is something that I don't think we have enough to justify that difference. The other was on the telecommunications fraud side, which is, so if somebody was to use, say, our phone lines and incur expenses through those, that would cover that. And that was one that was not covered the same under the cheaper. The one thing that I might suggest, however, and I didn't see if it was in the 1,800 one quote, but for the other, the one that coverage that we didn't have included was the social engineering. So if you were to say, get a phishing email and fall for that, or somebody was to get information from you through a mistake of ours that was deliberately engineered to do so, we would not be covered under that. So it might be worth getting that quote redone, that was the cowbell quote, redone with that coverage included, because then I think we'd be better comparing directly, if that makes sense.
Right. So if I understand you correctly, if cowbell covered that, it probably would increase the price, which would be comparable to
Right,
upstate.
but the deductibles would be significantly lower, so that would probably make that, if it ended up in the same ballpark, that would be. If that makes sense.
Right. I guess the only other thing that I think we need to consider is the fact that a lot of the libraries in the South are using the upstate because South sort of uses them.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, not that that's a valid reason, but it seems to me they should know what they're covering because they're doing it for other libraries that are like ours. If that makes sense.
There were a few libraries that had cowbell.
There was, I know there was at least one, that's how we got their name. But, all right, so what I would need to do is ask cowbell if,
If the social engineering coverage, we could point that out and see where it came from. That's the most common route of problem with phone coverage. That's not.
okay, I can ask them about that. Okay,
I just wonder if that would change the deductible too, because
Right.
that's calculated for error.
Right, exactly.
so you think it might increase the deductible from
Well,
$1,000 to
because
$5,000?
the onus, I mean,
That is
the one is like coming from the outside. It's coming from the inside. So,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're still working on cyber insurance. We talked about the results from the plant sale already. And,
Did you give a total?
it was on the.
Oh, okay.
Yes. right, so it was $2,900.
Well, it's 2562 to date, and then, the total is 2755, which is $890 over the month that we budgeted.
That's great. And, okay, so, we did send her a thank you card too. Mary sent
Yeah.
her a thank you.
The appeal letter, I
Okay.
think we're done saying that the money coming in is for
Right.
the appeal letter. So
I would say
just
so.
take this off of the report at this point. And what you can do is, at some point, the board will have to address getting the appeal letter process going for next year. But, you know, you could make it up conceivably the difference in the fall versus now, so.
Right. Yeah, we'll start to, after the book sale in August, we will talk about, starting that process. Okay, nothing with policies and procedures, long range plan, Dina's not here, but just.
Yeah, so Dina asked me to, ask anyone who hasn't done the survey yet, I guess we're still missing, surveys. And if you could get that done, and, she wanted it both from the director and the assistant director too, and we will get you those surveys. And, that was it, we didn't meet.
And fundraising, Elizabeth and I talked to me a little bit about the bag. Oh, you got the bag?
Yeah.
I actually have an update too,
Okay,
so you okay if I just jump?
oh, yeah, by all means.
So these tote bags are like going to be the end of May. So if you recall, this was the sample, very pretty, right? Then the woman that I was working with had me sign, apparently approval for this instead, because I finally got her to call me today. Just emailing constantly with other consumer people. She finally called me directly today and we talked about it. She thought this would be a better product for us. Didn't explain that to me. So when she sent me the approval paperwork, I thought I was approving this. So when I contacted them and said, listen, it's not the same as what we all approved,
they said, we've done nothing wrong, and so I've been arguing with them for 2 months. So as of today, what they are willing to do, if we're not happy with this, is they are willing to reprint it for free, but we have to purchase the bags. That's as far as I can get, and this is after 2 months of arguing.
I mean, it's just color difference.
Yeah, it's just black and gray.
Yes.
So why did she say it would be a better product for us? What's
So
that?
what she said is that this product is more durable than this one. So it will last longer, the print will last longer. But what I asked her and I said to her, this is what's been approved, whatever we do needs to look the same. And she admitted to me today that the colors don't come out the same. What she recommended don't come out the same. For the last 2 months, they've been telling me that it should have been identical and it was my error in ordering. So I finally talked to the customer rep who made this decision with me, and she said, you're right, the colors do come out differently.
Because of the
It's
nature
a
of
different
the
type
bag.
of print.
Okay.
It's a different print
But
process.
the bags are the
The
same,
bags are identical.
but the way they
Print
put the
process is different. I thought I was approving this. She changed it up thinking this was better for us and didn't explain to me that it was going to look different. So when I got here's the email, can you approve this? We can print it. I believe we were approving this. So it's taken over 2 months to sort this through. So I don't know if you all think these are fine and we can just sell them and not worry about it, and we can order the right ones next time if you want. Or we can, not use these and reorder these, and then it's about $100. I'll just donate the $100.
I think we should donate. I don't think there's that much difference that anybody would notice.
How do you feel? I just feel badly because these are, to me, this is not as nice of a setup as this.
If you hold them next to each other, I might agree with
Green
you.
in the mount, back mounts.
I think the word free is weird. It pops out. So it's like Bolton Free Library.
So they've already printed.
I have 25 of these. So we
Okay,
spent,
how about with the?
I didn't even notice
Give us
the
a
green
break on
sticker.
the price.
I think we would just keep them. But we've already paid.
Oh, we already paid. All right, well.
Can you get a credit? We'll pay for the bags, we're not paying for the.
Yeah, negotiate. It's the price.
And pull out completely.
I'd go find somebody else.
Okay.
This was
They're
too
the
long.
ones that did the most too, it's for the colors.
No,
that was
that was for.
Yeah. So I will do, so I spoke to her, I appreciate it because she was kind of putting her neck out. She said, I've been arguing with the manager because this was really my communication error. So she owned it, which was really nice. I just let her know that I was meeting tonight and that you all would make an ultimate decision. So it doesn't matter to me. I can ask if we can get our money back and just pay for the bags and call it a wash and then start over again. I don't know if they'll say yes or no. I'm not sure.
I think it's worth a shot, because to pay full price for something that clearly they did not communicate properly, it's like, okay.
That's it, but I think,
Yeah.
but I think we should, yeah.
They're going to notice the mountains are wrong.
Yeah.
I think just about anybody.
Well,
Yeah.
they kind of don't look like that.
Yeah,
I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I don't know what their printing charge was. but it
So
wasn't
the
just-
bags were a little over $12 a piece in total. The bag itself, the canvas was $3.70, I think. And the print cost was the rest, because we have all these colors. If it was one color, it would have been a couple bucks. So I will do whatever you all want me to do. She's sending me an email. I told her I would follow up.
I agree with what Michelle said.
Okay, so step one is to see if we can get this discounted. And if they say absolutely not, you have the product and paid for it, you're out of luck. Then it's a wash, and we'll go find a
Yeah.
different company.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just sell it. We'll sell them like they are.
We'll find out what their name is.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, it's a company that has a very good reputation, I think it was just a miscommunication.
Yeah.
And then when I tried to rectify it, when I received it, I was told there was no miscommunication by people that were interfacing with me. And so it just became a silly 2-month-long process that should have probably been rectified the first day I called them.
Yeah.
The bags are the same bag.
Identical.
Okay, so
It's the print process. Okay, so I will, for, what they say, Wednesday? I'll try to see if I can answer from them for Friday. And see if they want them shipped back or what, like where we're. what-
We haven't sold any yet.
We haven't sold
No.
We weren't here.
We had them on Friday. I brought them.
Oh, okay, they weren't here, so I haven't.
No,
told them.
No.
Yeah.
So our total cost was how much of this?
1270.
And we're gonna sell for 50.
I-
It's not a money maker.
No.
No, we
no,
knew that. We
Yeah,
knew it
yeah,
was
we
gonna
knew
be.
That's a
money.
prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
And
more
I
just to
don't
get
know
our
that they're gonna
name.
sell for 15 either. I think maybe 10.
I say
Personally.
15.
People are making it, doing it for donation.
Right, basically, yeah, they know it's a.
I was wondering if we could even say, donate 15 or more dollars and get it back. Can we do that? Rather than here buy a bag for $15.
But they're not, you're not supposed to be selling the bag anyway.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
You're supposed to be, it's supposed to be.
So could we put a sign up that says $15 or more donation? you get
For,
it?
for every donation over $15, you get a free bag.
Why don't we sell them the, we give away that, but why don't we have that, those things hanging
Oh, we'll
out?
definitely have them at the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
and if you upgrade your donation to 20, you get a magnet for that.
Yes.
There you go. People like doing
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of like what they do for PBS.
Yeah, because we had at the farmer's market, we had a couple people look at them and say, oh, these are nice. But I don't think we had a way of drawing them in, so if we had something visual,
It's in the refrigerator,
you know.
they're useless.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
Well, yeah, we could just make up a sign.
Not mine, I drive.
Yes, you know, this might be, this is now a selling feature that I just, you know, an education for people that are at the table at the farm. market. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so maybe we could just, I could just put them there and just put like $15 a donation. And then after a couple of weeks, you're getting the cake, and it's like, let's get through 4th of July, whatever.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you need to reduce the price or something.
And those of us that are there could word it in any way we
Well,
want.
something that's
Get it.
good.
Yes, right.
We had very little traffic and we sold 2 sets of raffle tickets and I was only off $5. So I don't even know what, you know, goes on, but the one suggestion I'm gonna make the farmers market that whoever is there, one person keeps track of a clip sheet as opposed, because everybody talks and then nobody, maybe they put the money in the bag, but the little bookkeeping has a problem. So if you want to keep track of how.
And we were $5 under.
$5.
So,
Yeah, so.
no, I'm not. So it's not a
Was
complete,
it a magnet?
no, I think it was the loaf of bread. Right?
No, this was at the farmer's.
Oh, at the
This
farmer's
was at
market. I said, well, maybe it was the.
No,
Because I gave you, yeah. Okay.
It was quiet though, I was there.
Oh, it was very quiet, although it was interesting, because one of the vendors next to us, like, doubled what they did last year on the first farmer's market. Yeah, so I mean, it was slower, and I think they were missing 4 or 5 vendors as well. And there was some miscommunication about when the market actually started, the day that it started.
So can you put like a $15 donation sign on? Can we do that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so how do we word that? It's just,
I would just put like a little thing that just says $15 and just talk about it.
okay.
You're not allowed to sell it.
Library book bag. $15 donation.
Okay.
We can make a sign to put in the,
Do you want-
that'd be great.
Do you want Sarah and I to make have some signs made for you.
If that'd be great.
Yeah.
Right.
And then all these
Sarah, I
events,
can do it.
Okay.
Are the 24 of them here?
they are all.
They're all here, okay. But I do want to kind of keep track of them, so they don't walk them.
We do have a sign for the magnets. There was a little sign, right? Was it? It was on the plastic thing, magnets, $5 donation.
Wasn't there,
Oh,
so I don't know.
Well,
I have a
list.
list.
No, there wasn't, there's just a
Oh.
pile of magnets.
Oh, maybe then you just put that on the same sign. That would be good. I
Yeah.
thought I saw something that
Oh, I
said
did it on
$5.
social media, they might have seen that.
Maybe that's what
And
I'm
there was
picturing.
You want me to make
Yes.
up a price sheet then?
You know, something that's
And
actually,
magnets?
what's that?
Bags and magnets are the only two things, unless we
Yeah.
decide to take some of the mugs over too, but
So what?
mugs.
I thought you said phone.
Yeah, I thought
That's what I'm
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm not selling those here.
Okay, so we could just get those two items put on there, that'd be great. All right, thank you, Elizabeth, I'm sorry it was such a.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry that it's not. It's so badly.
Okay, buildings and
Before you
grounds.
move on,
Oh, sure.
there was that business card I gave you from the woman in town who does, logo work.
Right,
Her name is Laura Sapper. If you guys wanted to, if Elizabeth has a hard time with this company, maybe Laura can help us.
That is a different person than the person I called last time.
Yes,
Because the person I called last time didn't have the facility to print.
that was Kate.
Colors.
That was
Yeah.
Kate in that business.
Okay.
Her name is
Okay.
Laura Sapper. Sarah knows more about her than I do, but she sells mugs, hats, all of those kind of things with logos on it. I don't know if she does bags, but it's a really worth a call.
Okay.
And she is local, so she might want to help more.
Sounds good.
okay. We'll go on to buildings and grounds and just to sit.
Sure.
After.
Actually, we're having our official meeting on Friday. We've met a couple of times. We've worked on the gardens. We've put in more plants. We're working on that, but we're waiting to hear for the grant from the Conservation Department, I believe it is, for the pollinator garden. But Carla has brought in a lot of plants already for it, so we can use the money for others.
And that's what's all along here.
Alongside here, yeah. The kids area carpet, the reed carpet has been cut and it looks good. We're looking to get rid of the excess. Floor master has been back in to look at some problems we're still having with the carpet. They're supposed to have the rep look at it and hopefully repair. We're still waiting for the town to fix irrigation and do our mulching of our beds, but we've decided we're actually gonna buy a soaker hose instead, and we're gonna put it out on this side garden here, so we don't have to worry about irrigation. We have a faucet right down there, we'll just do that.
Will you take out what's in there? You just leave
There's
it on the
nothing,
ground?
I don't think.
Oh, for there.
For
Oh,
this side
for there.
here.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think we can do it there, 'cause we might in the future, but
Okay.
yeah, but then we have the two houses going all together, somebody might, we'll have to see about that. We're waiting for our parking lot to be paved and then striped. The town is saying they're gonna do it, we haven't got.
And
Yeah.
besides the striking, but also handicap logo on the.
We'll have to
Would that
talk
be-
to them about that, if they're gonna put the logo down. Yeah, on the pavement, besides a sign, we would like that, but I haven't, there's really a dearth of handicap parking spaces in this town. We don't have them at Veterans Beach, Rogers, whatever, so I don't know if they actually have that to put on, but as long as we have the sign up on the building, I think. we'll be okay.
But we're not gonna put, we wanna put new signs up because they're
Yeah,
all
we gotta
worn,
have the signs.
but we don't wanna do that till we get the striping and the stuff done, so we kinda know.
Right.
where
Yeah,
to put
hopefully
the
a curve,
signs.
a berm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carla said they might put in a granite curb around this side of the garden here. So
Right
this
now
way,
it
when they plow, they can't plow that.
Yeah.
If they can, they'll have to plow the other way.
And also the dirt and everything.
Right.
In
They'll have to
the
plow
parking
that
space,
direction.
so
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
So,
know that last summer, a patron who was elderly, She was not complaining, but she said that there was a dip from the parking lot to the road. You know, so when she walked out to get in her car and she's on a walker, she was unsteady when she had to cross into the parking lot because the road was a little bit higher. So it would be great if it's all level. It needs to be picked.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Possibly, well, we can talk about this, but possibly we'll talk to Ron Conover and see what's the status of this, the paving and the striping. It needs to be done. It just needs to be done.
I know that Gina Lindyberg actually has a striper. If the town just pays and doesn't stripe a lot,
Who is that?
it is a friend of Carla's. It
Okay.
is Gina Lindyberg. She was on the board before you guys.
She has a striper.
That's
All right, great, thank you.
I was thinking if that's like, because legally don't, they have to be a certain width and all that kind of stuff, so we'd have to be really careful that. You know, they're straight.
Oh, yes.
So, and, okay, I think there was one more thing.
What?
The tree.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, thank you, thank you. So I would like to I'd like to make a motion to discuss the possibility of cutting down the tree. You can actually see it right out the window, right there, half dead, interfering with our flagpole, because we're still working on getting the flag put up. I went on Chuck Schumer's website and I'm ordering a flag that's been flown at the Capitol. All told, it's gonna be $30. That'll be my donation. And I just have to get some more of the halyard to put, we have the pulleys, we have the clips, so I just need some rope. And we were going to ask Barry Kincaid possibly to do it for us, but he's very busy right now cutting down trees that have come down in the area. Carla thinks he would donate his services, but we haven't gotten a quote on it yet or whatever. So I guess just discuss the fact that would we approve paying to have a tree cut down we just had a bunch in my neighborhood cut down. I would say under 1,000 or less for if people think they would be putting in. It's kind of a hazard. It's half alive, I would say, but it would also, for a book sale, you know, make it a little less dangerous, people tripping over the roots and things, but mostly also we can see the library better. It won't interfere with our flagpole and the flying into flag too, we can see.
I think it sounds like a good idea. Can anybody think of any reason not to go ahead with it?
It would be whether people approve spending the money for,
Right.
I know, but we got money.
Right.
Wait, do you use this shade for any of the
It really,
folks?
it's
or-
one of those trees, I don't know, can you see it? It's like a locust tree, it really doesn't throw much shade at
The
all.
shade from that tree wouldn't even land on this property
Yeah.
at any point in the day, so.
Yeah, it's not shade, you have that beautiful maple over there, the other tree there, or, you know, they're pretty shaded otherwise, but I don't think it's a loss, I think it's going to be a gain. But we have to vote whether we think, you know, it is spending money, but then again, we're talking about spending 1,800 for insurance, I mean, we do spend money on.
Right.
things.
So
So-
why don't we see what he wants to charge and then, put it
So
on.
it's sort of like a go, you know, would we approve a certain amount? So this way, if he says, gives me the quote and it's under whatever, then I could say, do it. Or not.
Okay.
It's up to everyone.
Are you asking some kind of?
Yes, definitely. So you wouldn't have to trip out, so definitely. Yep. So, what people think?
I'd like to make a motion.
I made
If
a
it's
motion.
under- Oh, you made the motion.
I made the motion to discuss.
Do I have to second it?
No, well, we
Okay.
vote on it. Well,
Somebody,
yeah,
okay.
yes, second it, and then we vote. Yeah.
I second the discussion, and now I'd like to put up a vote. Everyone who's in favor going ahead with that plan? If
Under
it's Under $1,000.
or under.
Under $1,000, say aye. Aye. Anyone who's opposed? Thank you. Okay, so moved. I think it would be very nice to have a flag down there too. That'll be nice. Hopefully, while he's taking the tree down, we can put that.
Well, that's gonna be, yes, that's gonna be part of my, yes, and why you have your boom up there, would you please put the rope up for us. Yes, yeah, and I will buy, yes. Something.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And there's one thing, back to the financial, I need to back up to that. I just realized I forgot to add one slight thing. In our annual report, we had voted on who could sign documents, contracts, agreements, and check signing. But with our new meeting, I would like to make a motion to authorize Terry Ross to be one of those contract agreements, documents, and check signing, for her to be added to our list of people to be able to perform that task. So
I would second that motion.
and it's seconded by Justin. Those in favor, say aye. Thank you. Just forgot it. All right, books. Yes, I have the wording right here, so I'll pass that to you.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
If we're really in the mood to spend money, is it possible to order a new open sign flag?
yes.
Okay. I don't know if anybody's noticed, because it's always there,
It's-
so
yeah.
we don't see
It's
it.
faded.
I agree,
It's faded.
and I think it would be lovely,
Okay.
you know, if we're upgrading the front, we should
Yeah.
upgrade that.
And that, we don't have to vote on that, because that would be under. Okay, we talked about the book sale, grants, do you know, did Jane send any, report or anything? Sarah, do you think we need to talk about it? I think.
Look, the only update we have is Lara sent an email. We did receive an approximately $1,100 grant from Lara to bring the trees back for the painting with the tree series scheduled for the fall. But New York State has not released funding for that grant yet, for any of those, and they anticipate the checks will go out sometime in August, which doesn't affect us as far as holding up the project, but just FYI.
Okay. Great, thank you. Personnel, Will and I still need to get together and schedule a meeting with Megan. And, yes,
I wanted to ask about, giving Tammy some hours this summer, and I wasn't sure where it goes, and then we come under, sorry. It's personnel.
I think it would be okay then.
It would not, Sarah and I talked about the wording, I kind of know what she did. It was, because Sarah is back pretty much officially, Tammy would be done. She would be working next Monday because Sarah can't, and then she would be finished. And she knows that. So, but I would like to give her some hours so that she stays on top of things happening here. I would like her to be able, if ever something should happen, you know, to Sarah and I, heaven forbid, Tammy would be able to step right back in. She has been a godsend. She's a hard worker. She knows how to do just about anything I've asked of her. And she has some days that she's free that she could actually, so I had discussed it with Sarah first because I didn't want to take hours away from Sarah before I brought it up to you. And Sarah was very happy to work on that. She didn't mind losing a few hours, and they would never be working at the same time. So my thought was to have either Tammy work 4 hours Monday morning, you know, work opening the library, and have Sarah come in for the afternoon, or the other way around. I know that Sarah prefers mornings. It would really just be that day. You know, it would just be giving her hours on Monday, and then just having her available should something happen when we need it.
And any vacation time that you take too would need to be covered, right? So you.
I mean, I would never take vacation in the summer. It's just not,
Okay.
not.
Okay,
You share one car and like.
okay,
That's it,
Yeah.
the rest of the library operations stuff, so Megan got sick again like last year with Lyme disease, or she had to step in, she knew exactly what was going on, because she would have been in a couple hours every Monday.
yeah.
And would just keep her really up to speed.
Well, I think it's all a great idea, and I think we just need to figure out financially, do we have the wiggle room?
You're not, you're just exchanging bodies now.
Yes.
It actually is, you know, that was ours,
Okay.
because
Okay,
Tammy makes less than Tim.
okay. Okay,
No.
so what, oh, I thought you were asking for,
Not additional.
No.
or additional hours.
Right.
Oh,
That would
okay.
just be swapping out.
Oh, then. Okay, no problem. And
And also,
even,
it's good about that is Sarah has told me, she mentioned a few months ago that after her kids are gone and Sammy's gone, as of the fall, she and her husband would like to be doing some, you know, little short trips. So it would be great to have Tammy
backup, yeah,
as this backup, which is what we meant, you know, that was our plan when we hired her.
yes, that's exactly what we.
She was a great help when we started all those books and we're
Oh,
K
yeah.
through 12, pre-K through 12.
Oh my
Yes,
God, she
okay.
and Mary worked for hours on that.
Mhm. Good, very good. So, yep, and that's all good, so.
So then I can just tell her it's okay.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, Sunshine Committee, Mary had sent a thank you to Carla and to.
Delivered one to Vicky.
Oh, great, very good. All right, so farmer's market, we're still desperate for people to help with the farmer's market. I'm a little upset that isn't, you know, sending it out to that friends group isn't getting us more response and having people come in and sign up. So whatever you can do to see, when you see people in the community or when people are coming in the library to get more people to sign up, and if you all could look at your schedules and see if you could sign up for a little bit more. So we're, you know, the plant sale, we have a little bit of time for, but the farmer's market, we definitely need to get covered over the next couple of weeks. So if we could.
Is there a sign-up sheet?
Yes, there is, and it's right for this. All right, so, and then, like, well, we already talked about that, it was slow the first week, so hopefully things will pick up. All right, if someone could make a motion to approve the committee reports. And could we have a second?
Second.
Lynn actually said,
Yes, yes. It was kind of a tie. So.
Lynn,
Oh,
yeah.
we want everyone to know Lynn was here.
Yes, that's right. Unfinished business, we started our summer hours as of
Monday.
Monday, right? Okay, good. And, sign up sheet for events we talked about, Pomeroy Foundation, that's still, we're not working on that quite
Yeah,
yet.
in
Oh,
July, it will be time for me to submit and intend to apply.
Okay,
That's their first step. And then I believe August is the deadline for our region. They have it very regimented how we do it. I have to submit intent to apply to the grant. And then we select, we have deadlines by region, so July will be the intent to apply again.
and, we'll talk again about the training requirements. We need everybody to do 2 hours of training. Anything that you do library related, all you have to do is get a form and fill it out, the date and time, and then sign it and then hand it in to Megan.
What's that website again?
The trustee handbook, I have it here. The one that just happened, and you can go on and just listen to it, it was Libraries for the Future, an introduction to sustainability as the newest core value. And the next one is actually good too, governance structure, the role of board officers and board committees. That's gonna be in October. So, I mean, the only thing is, it's, you know, that would mean waiting, but let me pass that around and, you can take a look at, those are the ones that are actually done by Sal's. Well, actually, it's
Midhudson.org.
yeah, it's actually a bigger entity. So, and then, do we have anybody yet that, do you have the sexual harassment training from everybody?
Terry,
Terry still needs to do it?
no, Terry did it.
Oh, I've done it.
Oh, you know, it's child check.
Yeah,
I
okay.
forgot I hadn't.
Okay.
I just need your.
Yeah, I just need to be more happy.
What's that?
So we would,
If I can read all
We have to redo it each year.
Okay, alright, I'm just trying to think of like the easiest way to guarantee I get it and don't forget it when I come down.
Because,
Yeah,
yeah,
just,
you
you
know,
know,
that's fine.
I think it makes 2 cents.
I can send the link again too.
Okay.
But I just had my.
More than anything, I just have to find it.
The first time I presented that detail, I put this in the subject head, the subject line, I put sexual harassment.
Is that one?
And then it became one of the things that, you know, when they, oh, what's the word, Sarah, how they come up with. The companies, they'll see like that, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be getting all this like, well, you know, but I don't think that happened, and I hope it doesn't happen, guys.
Okay, any, new business? Anything we didn't talk about? Okay,
Oh, I do have something.
yes, you do, that's right, you
Oh, I don't know.
do. You told me earlier you have a new speaker.
Okay, yeah, so, there is two things. I had-
Oh, there's two things.
So, when I came to work on Monday, there was a woman here and Tammy said she was an author and she wanted to talk to me. So she has written a book and it sounds fascinating. The title's iffy. It's called Stripping Like Nobody's Business. It is the woman's autobiography. I believe she's somewhat local because she was trying to be in the Saratoga Farmers Market. And they said no because of the cover of the book. It is not, I have seen much more graphic things in this. Her story is that when she was a teenager, her mother killed her son. I'm saying it wrong. So the woman that has written the book, her mother killed the author's brother and got away with it. And the author then was living on the street. She was all over the place trying to find a place to live. Lots of horrible things happened to her. And she became a stripper because she hadn't finished school. So that is how she survived. And at some point, she even ended up taking care of her stepfather when he was sick. And the stepfather knew what she had been doing and was he understood it. It just sounds like this fascinating book. So I have signed her up for July 11th for the Meet the Author talk. The book from the reviews, it sounds amazing. Sarah has done up some graphics. We didn't want to put it out until you had all seen it. She has made the cover is already blurred anyway. You can't see anything. The woman sounds fascinating. She was wonderful to talk to. So she is on the schedule. And if no one has a problem, we're going to go ahead and setting it up. Do you want to discuss it first or do you want to move on?
Well, I don't have any issues with it. Does anybody else have any issues with it? The only issue I would have is that's only a couple weeks from now, but I guess we can get it added on to and get it out social media and stuff like that. So
Anyone in the community can find that offensive and raise funds?
It's something that happens.
it's someone's life story.
Yeah.
It's really what it's about.
Her stepfather gave her the type. She said, she was explaining to me.
Somebody might think it's like antique.
Furniture.
Furniture. So,
Yeah.
But seriously, I've seen the cover, the actual cover, and you cannot see anything wrong. Okay.
I think, one, library has a duty to appeal to all kinds of. things
Sarah and I want to
people
invite the
and
woman
topics.
out for coffee. She just sounds amazing.
Very interesting.
Her conversations are longer.
Yeah.
She's a survivor.
She's a
Really.
survivor,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
When she was talking to her father about what she was telling him about this guilt she had. And she explained to me that the guilt was that she never told her father what the mother had done. he thought it was because she felt guilty about stripping, and he said, it's nobody's business. And so that's where the towel. And the other thing I wanted to bring up, my sister is now on the Friends of Up Yonder. And she is absolutely loving it. And she is in charge of the chef's luncheon where they have the chef demonstration.
Oh.
So she's in charge of the baskets. And she asked if the library would be willing to donate a basket for that fundraiser for Up Yonder. And I said, I would definitely bring it to the board, but if the library doesn't want to do it, I was going to do it.
Like a literary theme,
Like a book
yeah, a
basket
book
or something.
basket, yeah, something relating to books and learning and then.
The only reason that I felt that you would say yes is that we have partnered quite often with Up Yonder. We've done the backpack together. We've done a number of things with them. But understand, if I don't do it, if I do it myself, I'm not going to say it's.
I recommend you ask the library board members to do it, not the library. The library doesn't fund other nonprofits.
Okay,
Oh,
so then that's the question.
that makes sense.
Would you all help? Would you all be interested in donating some literary library themed things for a basket?
Sure.
You can do it all.
Yes.
Years
Could
ago,
it even be a book, like
Yeah,
a new book?
That's what we were saying.
Yeah,
I said,
new book.
There's
Some books that-
there's some
Yeah.
nice bookmarks on, and
I got one.
Pat Cianci, when she was on the board, she found a book scented candle.
I remember that, we did that, I remember, yeah.
Journals work, greeting cards work, anything, you've done.
Yeah, we've done book baskets.
Yeah, we've done book
We've done it, but as
Yeah.
individual
Right.
members of the board.
Right.
the library.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
So if we bring it in and you put it together?
Yes.
Okay.
When does she need that by? Immediately.
Oh, yeah, it must
Hang
be
on.
practice, I think it's mid-July, right?
She doesn't have a date on it. You know what thing it is? It's on the board.
Yes. So, let's see, trying to think. Were you here for the coffee hour, Sarah? this
So
last-
wasn't, Megan said it was on.
July
Yeah.
16th.
July 16th?
So at least a week before.
Was it 12? How many people came to the, I was asking, came to coffee hour, was it 12?
Yes.
It was in the report.
And are you remembering to give them cups? Anybody new that comes? Yes, okay, good.
Except that the ones that were given out the first time, disappeared. So the people that were here and you gave mugs to them,
Yeah.
when they came back, those mugs were gone.
Oh, I wonder if the cleaner maybe took them off and put them back in where the mugs are.
They did, did any of them that day with you, did they?
I don't know if they put their name underneath.
We couldn't find them at all,
Oh, okay.
so I gave them more.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I'm looking for. So, okay, so that was the two items then?
Yes.
We have the list of other upcoming events.
Are there any communications?
Yes,
Any communications?
so one was the Up Yonder. Michelle had given me a copy of, I have the letter, the email from Lara about the money being slow, and it was
The IRS.
the IRS, here it is, we approved your Form 8868 application for automatic extension of time to file an exempt organization return. The other one I had was, there was an email, and I think I forwarded it to you from, it's about Canopy. So Canopy is not getting any deals. In fact, the latest one Um, For the month of May, there were 4 visits. So 4 people went on the website and 0 plays. And then Sarah noticed that annually, which now so it would be from the beginning to the middle of January, there was 491 visits and 17 plays. So I don't know, like, we're not paying very much. Like, we pay per view, right? And I think the last time Michelle and I talked about it, it made the bill
It
was,
was $2. I think so far it's
So-
$2.
I have, some people, I've had friends look at it. Some of the people who come to trivia, they actually could sign up and got a library card so that they could look at it. And they said they weren't impressed. It's nothing new, number one, and that's not a problem. But it's also not, I mean, I've looked and I didn't find anything. Sarah said she and her husband looked through it too, and they didn't see anything that they really wanted. I don't know that we need to continue offering it, or we continue it through the end of the year. That's up to you guys.
But we're not committed to spend the money that we said we were gonna spend, we're only, so is there an alternative, do you think? Do you know of any other?
I have heard of Hoopla, and I know that some libraries offer that,
I think Chestertown does that.
okay?
If Chestertown Library does the hoopla, that's where my library card originally was from. And I looked on theirs and it was the same situation.
It was pretty much the same kind of thing.
Yeah, they had a nice selection as far as numbers, but I ended up not seeing anything I didn't want to download for free to watch.
There's so much for people to
So
watch
much
now
more.
on other things that,
The way you suggested, you want us to just cancel, you think that we should just cancel?
I do. I think we should cancel,
But what's the downside of just keeping it going?
and there is,
so why don't we keep it through the end of the year, just
Okay.
because. And then if it doesn't improve over the fall, as people start
okay.
getting indoors again. And then the end of this year, we'll make a decision and we just won't renew with them. How about we just,
Yeah.
It's easy.
yeah.
I honestly think that there is so much out there already
Mhm.
that is free.
Tubi and all those.
And
other ones,
also
yeah.
people have been paying.
Yes,
And
and
57 new TVs.
So
And that was just this month. What was the number the last time?
it was double digits up there, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
so,
Yeah, okay.
all right.
That was all I had.
Okay, so anything else for the good of the order here? Would anyone like to make a
I would
motion?
like to make a motion to adjourn.
It's,
Officially,
7:30. Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I mean, I know summertime is busy for everyone, but it would be nice to have some trustees go to town board meetings when they can.
Oh.
The next one is July 2nd. After that, it's August and then September. It is nice to show our face there. They give us plenty of money
Mhm.
and they do like to hear from us. Usually it's both the trustees going, I can give you a list of kind of the activities, or you can also pick it up from our website. Just, and give it to Brendan Murnane, who is our liaison, who's on the town.
And it's the first Tuesday, is that what
The
it is?
first Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m.
We try to go to the August meeting. I don't know if anybody's available for this month, but just a reminder that our next meeting is July 17th. It's moved up a week because of the book sale. So if you want to break that all in your calendars. And again, when we send the agenda out, we could just hear back from you, yes or no, if you're going to be here. So we have our number. What's that?
I won't know.
What's that?
I will not.
You will not be there? Okay.
I'll be across.
Or you won't let me know? Okay.
Across
Okay.
the street.
Okay.
I won't be, I don't think that's.
And me too, I'm doing surgery.
Yes,
You
yes.
want to make
Yeah.
the building conservancy.
Okay.
That-
You didn't come to me, Sunday.
They came to me.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you.
Oh, so you took it on nonstop for a week?
Yeah, the other day.
Walking by that time, but not a commitment.
I know something. That's
Yeah,
our
let's-
testing.
Okay.
Yeah, because your daughter,
At
Um,
7:30.
parent explained to me, she stopped her, your mother, her mother had. You need to put courses in, but.
I'm having.